Oya me taki pia tona ya oksan ya hipina. Opila ngeni japolo kan. Kolao ya pia la betu kan. Kiksi japolo. You kon kolao jack la kucha jewi ha kan. Wawoki ya wichasa e japolo. Wawoki ya wichasa e japolo. Wawoki ya wichasa. Wawoki wichasa e japolo. Aya woche ke wanji ya tiwahe ke ya wichacha ke na ai me galusta ke ha kasi iza wache ke te mo te ne ya wache ya wache on ke no galusta ke wanto talo as I like to say a few words before I pray, and I want to first of all I'd like to thank all the riders that participated in our ride this morning. Wanted to visit her little girl. I guess she hurt her arm, but she's a cowgirl, so she's gonna be okay. So she'll have to get back on again here pretty soon. So it's really good in my. Betu wapre leche ya vialu itabi ayuka hete okola kichi obana shwaka ka ya hiene ha ya weo hia pata hechata ya shwaka ka leche ni le woki kise on tropa chaichu kola o kise api ana on shwaka ka pi kan che ya on wash ja beter ja oike kach ke opila uchuke ona ha ja kitaku ja la beter leche naachti chanteshi ja kiksia chanteshi ja kisha moshi chak lakte kasha io ilia natal wa putra kashte chak echel ja toni na ja kola trawicho toni kiksia mani na ise kola che ya wawoki wichasha hecha ka hecha reki akia en fait che we want watch chaje wa ya mani ta chimpina chaje ki eko chala en fait kola che chaje bala diklo wawoki wichasha wawoki wichasha Lampet.
He wants to remain free.
Davis. Just sit down.
Right here. I just seen it.
Because might get stuck. I noticed some ruts when I was coming in. I didn't want to get stuck and hung up. And yeah, sure, that's fine, he said. And he said, where are you staying? I said, oh, I'm going to sleep in my car. Oh, no, he said, I've got a tent. I've got plenty of room. He said, you can bunk in with me. Yeah, okay, well, we can talk about that. Well, we better get up there, otherwise we might miss out on the food. So right about that time, he looked at me and he said, by the way, he said, what was your name now? He said, so I said, Chief, you know. See, I assumed that when I knew who he was. And we've been talking about it all day and all afternoon and in the evening. All of a sudden he looked at me and he said, by the way, what was your name now? So I
First of all, I want to, on behalf of the family, thank everybody who took part in the ride. I want to thank Wilmer and Chubb and Randy and Phil for putting on a memorial for our brother Jack. We really appreciate it. And you know, Jack used to go on these rides with the young kids. And every time he'd come back from a ride, we'd get to talking, and that man was all for those young Lakota kids out there riding. That's all he talked about, was how good it was to be with them, and how he enjoyed riding with them, and I hope the future of those kids become well, and that they all get along good and remember Jack, because he sure remembered them. And he always appreciated everybody else that was along with him on those rides. He always tell me, if nobody says anything, he said, I'll tell them a joke and then they'd all liven up. And that's the way Jack was. If he was sitting around in the crowd and nobody had anything to say, he had something to say, and it was always a comical joke. And he knew how to do it, and he knew how to do it in the right way. That's the way that we always remembered him, and I always remember him, and that's how hard it is to realize that Jack isn't with us anymore. But like Chubb said, he's still around in his spirits. His spirits were with the riders today, and I'm sure they're here this afternoon. That's just the way Jack wanted it. The other thing I really miss Jack is every time he'd call me, I'd answer the phone and he'd say, "Is this Matthew?" I don't know where the heck he got that name Matthew, but it was always, "Is this Matthew?" And that's the part I really miss. I never get those phone calls anymore. Jack was a part of our family, that he was kind of the ringleader of the family. Every time we had a reunion or we had a get together, we always depended on Jack to put that together for us, and he done an excellent job. And that's where we miss him, is the part that he played as a family member, and done a lot of things for us to help us out. I know it's tough to lose a brother, but it's also tough to lose a partner. And I know a lot of you guys that rode with Jack for years on those rides feel that way too. And my sympathy is with you all, and I think the family takes it just about as hard as anybody, because we all had a lot of appreciation for Jack and really loved him. And it was a long year to be on earth without a brother like Jack to kind of keep you moving ahead.